This week's episode of Steve's Outdoor Adventures takes us to the easternmost province of Canada, to Newfoundland, known to the locals as simply The Rock. We'll join Steve's Outdoor Adventures hunting consultant Jeff Hall on his combo rifle hunt for woodland caribou and moose. Jeff battles windy conditions and vast terrain in search of trophy moose and caribou. Join us for another exciting hunting adventure on this week's episode of Steve's Outdoor Adventures.
I'm Steve West, professional hunting consultant, and these are my adventures.
Steve's Outdoor Adventures is sponsored by Burris Optics, Remington, Stormcloth 2, Scope Coat, Western Medical, Montana Decoy Company, and by thehunter.com.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Steve's Outdoor Adventures. We've got another fantastic program for you this week. I'm here with Jeff Hall from our office, who's recently returned from the island of Newfoundland.
That's right, Steve. I was fortunate enough not only to have a moose tag, but to have a woodland caribou tag. I'd never hunted this part of the world, and I was anxious to see just what the Rock had to offer.
You see, we booked Jeff's hunt in at the end of September and first part of October with an outfitter that has his own float plane and can access some very remote cabin camps and lakes in places where there's very little or no hunting pressure. You see, Newfoundland is very well known for having drive-in hunting camps, and those areas receive heavy hunting pressure every year. To get into the best hunting locations, a short flight is required. Let's travel now to the field and see this hunt through the eyes of Jeff Hall so that you can experience Newfoundland the way that we do.
Jeff Hall's hunting adventure began in western Newfoundland on Deer Lake, where he caught a float plane ride into base camp.
Tight fit, but we're on a mission. We're on a moose mission. Operation Bullwinkle. It's a windy day and we're flying in a small plane.
Limited access is an important key to a successful hunt, and the only way into this hunting area is by float plane. Because of this, Jeff knew that his odds were good as he arrived in base camp.
Leave the door open, guys. Somewhere here? Yeah. Okay. eggs there, buddy. That's all good.
What's that?
The eggs there.
Oh, okay. Here we are, home sweet home. Beginning of our Newfoundland moose adventure. Things are looking good. The weather's good.
Not as good as you are, Rodney.
A little windy out. Plane trip was a little windy, but I can't wait to get out here and get on these moose. And caribou. So we're going to see what this week holds for us.
Stay tuned to Steve's Outdoor Adventures. Their caribou hunting heats up, and Jeff gets his shot in Newfoundland right after the break.
What we're doing this evening, we got a nice lake behind us called Canoe Lake. We got miles and miles of open tundra and bogs in front of us, and we're hoping to maybe catch a caribou. This is an area that my guide Rodney Bennett has told me that traditionally caribou like to travel through. So we might see the odd moose in here, but we're really thinking that we might see some really nice caribou here. And this is an area that you traditionally see.
Yes, we do. Yeah, yes, we do. Yeah.
And then you were telling me in camp that some of the guys had seen
a couple of bulls and a few cows over on the next ridge down in the valley.
A few days ago?
Yes,
So there's a chance they might still be in the area?
Possibility, they could be still there.
Gotcha. So we're going to work our way along the ridge top here out to the point and try to see if we can set up in class for the evening?
That's correct, yeah.
That's a good deal. Looks good. Looks,
beautiful country.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice.
Really looks good.
And is your first trip to the island of Newfoundland?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, first trip to the rock.
It's good to have you aboard.
Well, I appreciate the offer to come up here and hunt. I tell you, it's Newfoundland's a place that I've wanted to come for a long time. Now, as a newfie yourself, what's the correct pronunciation of that? Because I've heard it pronounced 3 or 4 different ways.
What was that?
Newfoundland. Is it Newfoundland? Newfoundland?
Newfoundland, yeah.
Newfoundland.
Yeah.
I got you. Seems like every time I say it, somebody tells me, no, that's wrong.
No, that's good enough with us.
I got you. Well, what do you say we get up the ridge here?
Yes, sir. Whenever you and your cameraman is ready, we're ready.
All right, we'll get to it. Well, after getting all of our gear stowed away, we were anxious to get out, and the first evening we were out, we did spot a few caribou, a couple of small bulls, but nothing that we were really interested in taking. So we just kind of made light of the situation, worked our way back to camp, and enjoyed a good evening meal and a good night's sleep. Well, early the next morning found us up and ready to go out and see what the day would hold for us. We were actually working our way down through a nice valley and thought we had a nice bull moose lined up when cameraman Ryan Olson grabbed me by the shoulder and pointed out a really, really nice woodland caribou coming down over the hill. And we knew that that was one we wanted to put a stock on.
Yes, there's a big caribou. Nice top points on him.
Yeah. Folks, I tell you what, it's really, really windy. We just spotted what could be a really nice woodland caribou.
Let's get on him.
Yeah, okay. I tell you what, we're gonna take our time. We're gonna work the wind. We got the wind in our favor. We're gonna get up here and see if we can't put a stock on this really nice caribou.
Let's go.